Roman Reigns attacks Triple H, the best and worst of SmackDown. CM Punk called ugly on the 2K26 cover. Fans turn on Cody Rhodes in Riyadh. An ex-WWE star arrested. Logan Paul betrays Bron Breakker. And much, much more. Let's look at the best and worst of SmackDown first. The latest episode of SmackDown was the go-home edition for Royal Rumble 2026, and WWE delivered perfectly on the ongoing hype and excitement. The show emanated from KAFD in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and was loaded with several exciting matches and segments. It played a major role in elevating fans' hype for the upcoming premium live event. WWE's head of creative, Triple H, has been on fans' radar lately due to the quality of the shows. However, the game delivered an incredible show last night. However, we can't hardly point out any major errors or mistakes. From AJ Styles' final confrontation with Gunther to Bron Breakker closing Friday Night SmackDown, there were several noteworthy moments. Here is the best and worst of this week's episode of SmackDown. Number 1, the best, shifting gears on Jade Cargill's feud with Jordynne Grace. Jade Cargill has been teasing the newcomer Jordynne Grace for the past few weeks on SmackDown. After weeks of slow build, Triple H finally kicked off their feud. The two women were involved in a heated physical altercation backstage after Cargill ambushed Grace during her interview with Kathy Kelly. It was the perfect decision, as delaying their feud further could have made things worse. Besides, the Storm has been wandering directionless ever since winning the WWE Women's Championship. The company now has a great opportunity to run a blockbuster showdown between Jade Cargill and Jordynne Grace on the road to WrestleMania, something fans were clamoring for. Number 2, the worst, not showcasing more of the tag team division. This week, SmackDown was aired internationally from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Fans are already thrilled and excited for the Royal Rumble, and they mostly tune into the Blue brand to see what happens on the go-home show. The Triple H-led creative team failed to capitalize on this opportunity in the tag team division, especially after the previous stacked tag team showcase with Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and others. Number 3, the best. One last face-off between AJ Styles and Gunther. AJ Styles will put his career on the line in a high-stakes match against Gunther at Royal Rumble. Fans were expecting a face-off or a huge brawl between the two stars on the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. However, it did not happen. Nevertheless, WWE did it on the final SmackDown episode before the Royal Rumble. Styles and Gunther confronted each other and exchanged some heated words last night in Saudi Arabia. A last face-off before their marquee match was very much needed to hype up the WWE universe. It was the right call and a perfect way to build one final layer to their blockbuster rivalry before the two men collide in the ring at Royal Rumble. Number 4, the worst, Jade Cargill's absence. Jade Cargill is the WWE Women's Champion on SmackDown. Despite this, the Storm was only featured in a backstage segment. With Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and the Judgment Day present on the show, the Stamford-based promotion had the opportunity to tease some future feuds. However, the company made a mistake by not using Jade Cargill in the go-home episode. Number 5, the best, ending the Johnny Gargano Axiom saga. One of the feuds that has been going on in SmackDown for the past few months is between Johnny Gargano and Axiom. The storyline revolved around Gargano stealing Axiom's mask, and the latter was trying to recover it along with Nathan Frazer. The same things were repeating in a loop, and the feud became so stagnant that fans started losing interest. Well, Triple H finally put an end to that feud last night on SmackDown. Axiom finally retained his luchador mask from Johnny Gargano after defeating him in a singles match. Following that, Michael Cole called it the end of the saga, indicating that WWE has closed the chapter on this rivalry. All the superstars can embark on a fresh new direction from here on. Number 6, the worst, Jey Uso is claiming a back-to-back Royal Rumble victory. During the SmackDown opening segment, Jey Uso had a conversation with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn. The Yeet Master claimed to win back the Royal Rumble for the second time. Despite being a babyface, the Saudi Arabian crowd gave a negative reaction to Jey's statement. Even during the kickoff show, the World Tag Team Champion reiterated this statement and received a boo from the audience. After testing the crowd reaction at the kickoff show, there was no need to repeat it on SmackDown, as it received only a negative response from the Yeet Master. Number 7, the best, booking a blockbuster main event of SmackDown. The go-home episode of SmackDown for Royal Rumble emanated from Riyadh, and WWE needed a solid main event to hype up the international crowd for what's to come after this show. Triple H did just that. The company booked a star-studded 8-man tag team match between the Vision and the team of Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso. The ending of this match had several incredible moments, like Drew McIntyre's ambush, Jacob Fatu's carnage, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn both holding the undisputed WWE title together. Bron Breakker stood tall in the end with a double spear to Zayn and Rhodes. This was the perfect way to end the show, as it gave fans a dose of adrenaline rush for Royal Rumble 2026. Number 8. The worst. Unnecessary tease of the Cody Rhodes vs. Randy Orton. Over the past few weeks, WWE has dropped major hints for Cody Rhodes vs. Randy Orton. However, there are no signs that it is actually taking place anytime soon. On the SmackDown before the Royal Rumble, the Viper made a major statement in front of the American Nightmare that he will not hesitate to eliminate Rhodes from the traditional match. These unnecessary teases without a proper payoff appear to be a mistake made by the company. They should drop hints when there are real plans for a feud between these two real-life friends. Number 9. The worst. Subtly spoiling the result of the WWE Royal Rumble Undisputed title match. Usually, before the title match, the star who stands tall in the Go-Home edition suffers a loss in the actual showdown, with Sami Zayn taking out Drew McIntyre and standing tall against him in the ending of the show. It subtly spoils the winner of the McIntyre vs. Zayn Undisputed WWE Championship match. This means that Zayn is highly unlikely to emerge as the new title holder at WWE Royal Rumble 2026 PLE. CM Punk called ugly on the 2K26 cover. CM Punk has been in the headlines leading up to the Royal Rumble. He is one of the biggest stars in the company and the current World Heavyweight Champion. Punk was officially announced as the cover of the company's latest video game, 2K26. The announcement was made when the company was touring Saudi Arabia for a historic Royal Rumble this Saturday. This is the second time the best in the world has graced the cover of the company's flagship game, with his earlier appearance coming back in 2012 for WWE 13. In a recent social media post by GQ Sports, several WWE stars shared their thoughts on Punk making the cover of 2K26. Bron Breakker's comment was particularly interesting, as he stayed true to his character and claimed that it was a huge risk putting someone as ugly as Punk on the cover. The star suggested that it might impact the sales of the game around the world. He felt it was a bad idea, and that WWE was taking a huge risk by putting the 47-year-old on the cover. Other stars that appeared on the video included Seth Rollins, Liv Morgan, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, and CM Punk himself. I feel like it's definitely taking a leap of faith putting someone that ugly on the front of a video game that we're gonna sell all over the world. It's a big risk, I think, on WWE's part to do that. Bad idea, honestly. Punk said it was a great honor to represent the company in such a major way. He revealed it was his lifelong dream to be on the cover of a video game. He added that it was a pleasure to be on the cover of the game for a second time. Punk was also on the cover of the WWE 13 game back in 2012. It's my pleasure and honor. When I was a little kid, I did only dream of being on the cover of a video game, and now I'm joining some esteemed dignitaries who have been on the cover twice. It's amazing. It's pretty special. We got to do the reveal here today in front of all you wonderful fans. I missed you guys. I love you. Fans turn on Cody Rhodes in Riyadh. Cody Rhodes made a major statement on SmackDown. He was booed by the fans following this. It's Royal Rumble time, which means several WWE stars will be gearing up to compete in the namesake match. One of those people is Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare declared himself for the Royal Rumble after he lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre. Cody is no stranger to the Rumble. He won the match 2 times in consecutive years previously. This week on SmackDown, Cody kicked off the show. Fans cheered for him until he stated he was going to win the Royal Rumble for a 3rd time. Those cheers quickly turned to boos, followed by chants of no. The fans clearly let Cody know that they didn't want him to win the Rumble match this year. Cody Rhodes has proven multiple times that there isn't anything he can't achieve if he sets his mind to it. However, the American Nightmare has a secret goal that might be a little too hard for even him to achieve. During an appearance on Grave Conversations, Cody admitted that growing up, he wanted to be the President of the United States. He even used to practice his presidential speech in front of a mirror until he was 18. I grew up wanting to be 2 things. One was a pro wrestler, and the other was, please, if anyone laughs in this room, I'm not going to do anything because I'm in a prone position already, but I wanted to be the President of the United States. And part of my weird presidential speech that I used to give myself in the mirror, and this was something I did as a kid, that is a legit terrifying secret that I've just shared with you about the speech that I gave up until about I was 18 in my mirror, Rhodes said. An ex-WWE star arrested. According to PW Insider, court records reveal that 2 Cold Scorpio's trial, set to take place on January 26, 2026, has been postponed. It has now been set for August 3rd instead, which is an 8-month delay. The record stated that the delay was granted because Scorpio's attorney requested it. Details of why the delay happened are not clear at this time. The ex-WWE, WCW, and ECW star was arrested back in June 2024 in Kansas City and charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action. This happened because he got in a fight with a man at the Love's travel stop. Scorpio was working at the location as a security guard when a man came in with a cigarette, and Scorpio told him to put it out. The man was under the impression that it had already been extinguished, but has admitted that it might not have been. This led to a fight, with TMZ also reporting on the matter. During the scuffle, Skaggs told authorities he pulled a knife from his pocket and stabbed the guy in self-defense. The wrestler said the altercation went on for several more moments, and in the squabble, he got in a few more stabs too. Cops say when they arrived on the scene, they found the guy who was stabbed lying on the ground, bleeding from his head, chest, buttocks, legs, and abdomen. Backstage update on AJ Styles' future WWE role. AJ Styles will be in a high-stakes matchup this weekend at the Royal Rumble. The Phenomenal One will face Gunther in a singles match with the stipulation that if he loses, he will be forced to retire. This past week, Styles interestingly filed trademarks for the Phenomenal AJ Styles and the P1 logo. This led to fan speculation about his retirement and whether the star would show up in another promotion after he was done with WWE. In a recent edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer shared more details on the situation. The veteran journalist explained that fans often hoped Styles would have matches in TNA, AEW, or Japan after his WWE stint. The star himself said he wanted to wrestle in TNA at least one more time. Dave confirmed that while WWE allowed him to make appearances there, he was not booked in a match. He also added that there were no serious discussions about Styles joining AEW, and that the veteran star might have a role within WWE after retiring from the ring. Ava breaks silence after leaving the WWE. Earlier today, Ava announced that she was leaving the company for good. She stated that her time with the company had come to an end, and it was a turning point in her life, before thanking the fans who had allowed her to be Ava. She said that it had been an honor to play the character. The past episode of NXT was her last appearance on the show and with the company overall. The company has also stated her departure, saying they are thankful for her work at the company and NXT. They also wished her the best in all future endeavors. Triple H himself has not issued a statement, although he determines the creative direction of the stars in the company, and, in previous circumstances, has been known to decide who goes and who stays. With her leaving the company, though, there's no certainty as to who will be stepping into her position as the general manager of NXT. Meanwhile, she has broken her silence by talking about her departure from X, letting fans know just how much she loved her time in WWE and working on screen for them. "I loved being your mayor. From the bottom of my heart, thank you." While several fans have asked where they can see her next, she has not answered those questions for the moment. Given that she did not have a wrestling role in WWE, it could be that the star is stepping away from wrestling as a whole in the near future. She could also turn up for other companies. Tommaso Ciampa, who has just left WWE, has already appeared on AEW Dynamite and started a feud for the championship. If the company had not allowed her to wrestle, she might have chosen to leave to wrestle elsewhere. It should be noted that this is no more than speculation and has not been confirmed. Logan Paul betrays Bron Breakker. WWE has teased multiple betrayals for the upcoming PLE, which could change the landscape completely if they happen. Fans are particularly excited for the traditional Royal Rumble matches, where every person fights for themselves and alliances can only last so long. Taking advantage of the stakes and the situation, WWE has seemingly planted the seeds for the Vision's betrayal. Michael Cole played devil's advocate and tried to instigate issues between the Vision. The faction has collectively decided that Bron Breakker should win the Men's Royal Rumble match and headline WWE WrestleMania 42. Logan Paul initiated this conversation, to which the rest of the group seemed on board with. However, during the kickoff show earlier today, Cole questioned Logan if he would really sacrifice himself and his championship aspirations to let Breakker win. The Maverick is unlikely to put anyone else above him, and Cole highlighted it perfectly, seemingly teasing a split tomorrow. As mentioned, the Vision has chosen Bron Breakker to win the upcoming 30-person match. However, can they stay on the same page? When Michael Cole tried to get answers from the other members on the kickoff show, he specifically mentioned that Theory had worked hard to get to this spot and wondered if he was willing to give up a potential WrestleMania main event spot for Breakker. During an interview with Yahoo, Rhea recalled being on the cover of the WWE 2K24 video game. When she spoke about future 2K cover stars, she mentioned the names of Austin Theory, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed. She also said that the Vision could also make the cover as a group. "I know he just came back, but Austin Theory is such an amazing athlete, and he's so good at what we do in this profession. So I'd like to see him on a cover at some point. I think that would be awesome." And then you see someone like even Bron Breakker, like the athleticism that man has, is nuts. Literally, he flies through the air, tackles someone, and keeps flying. I don't know how that is a thing. I just don't know how it's physically possible. And with the vision, and how that's all going with Bronson Reed in there too, I can see something happening with all that. And maybe the whole group being on the cover as well, just like the Bloodline was. That could be really cool. So maybe those guys. During the same interview, Mommy said that being on the cover means that her hard work throughout the year has been recognized. It's like how hard you've worked throughout the year has been noticed and appreciated, and it's taken to that higher height where now everyone's going to see your face whenever they go into a Target or a gaming store. You're going to be everywhere. Roman Reigns attacks Triple H. Roman Reigns is undoubtedly the GOAT of his generation in WWE and has plenty of time left on his run with the Stamford-based promotion to add to his already Hall of Fame-worthy career. Reigns' run as Tribal Chief has been considered as one of the best times for business in recent memory. However, since his momentum has been derailed, Triple H and crew often face criticism for their creatives. Now it appears the OTC himself has fired shots at the game over the current booking. Roman Reigns recently appeared on the Pat McAfee show, where the Bloodline leader admitted that in 2 years, the business hasn't evolved. Furthermore, Reigns expressed that they were under the great leadership of Nick Khan, but they have to keep up creatively, which led fans and pundits to assume that the former champion may have taken a subtle aim at Triple H, the CCO of the brand. I leave an opening and give them plenty of space to create. We are 2 years here now. We haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership, Nick Khan, God bless him, but we have to keep up creatively, he said. Reigns also said that the vision needed rebranding, considering the group was formed by Seth Rollins. He further praised Paul for his athleticism. I mean, talk about a group, talk about the name. They don't know what they're doing, and they can't see clearly at all. The vision, that's a Seth Rollins word. They probably need a rebranding right now, but there's a lot of young talent there. They're physically impressive. Even Logan, for someone who wasn't a professional athlete. You know D1 guy? He's a hell of an athlete. Yeah, he was popping me though. He was flexing. He's a hell of a personality, said Reigns. About Breakker, as he concluded by asking the latter to stay out of his way. I'm on a whole different level. Bron Breakker is a great athlete, but we all are. He's got a hell of a future ahead of him as long as he stays out of my way.